Hello, everyone. My name is Soraya, representing Real Property Group, and we are happy to present an investment opportunity to you today. We appreciate your time and hope you find the presentation informative and engaging. Before we get started, allow me to provide you with a quick overview of who we are. We're a group of experienced real estate investors who have demonstrated a successful track record of flipping properties, with over 550 new construction projects, with thousands of renovations in the state of Florida, and a large rental portfolio. In addition to real estate investment expertise, we are licensed general contractors and licensed real estate brokers. We're also developers of single family homes. Our comprehensive understanding of real estate financing allows us to successfully navigate the investment landscape. Moving on to slide number 3, let's talk about the golden opportunity. Given the current real estate market, we find ourselves in a position that many other real estate investors find themselves in. The shortage of flips coupled with low inventory makes it challenging to secure a viable investment opportunity. When struggling to find favorable deals, the most logical step is to create them ourselves. And that's precisely what we've done and will continue to do throughout the construction of new single family residences in the Northport, Florida market. What sets this project apart is our commitment to working with a group of select investors who align well with our vision and values, ensuring a great partnership and collective success. Later in this presentation, we'll provide you with the different partnering or investment options. The ultimate goal is to quickly and effectively build production-grade houses at the same great pricing as the largest home builders in Florida. Once the project is complete, the home is sold, and the partnering investor retains the profit for the project. Real Property Group earns fees for facilitating the project. Moving on to our next slide. What makes this investment attractive? It's important to understand an investment of this nature. So let's take a quick second to comprehend some of the key aspects surrounding the investment. First and foremost, the investor will determine what kind of exit strategy will be utilized between the home being kept as a rental by the investor or sold for a profit. Our home sites are not in flood zone areas and no homeowners association, which are typically unappealing characteristics. Upon obtaining the necessary permits, construction of the homes takes 280 days, with the potential of reducing the timeline to 200 days as our operation scales. Our investment opportunities average cash on cash return on investment of 20%. And lastly, Real Property Group shaves months off the investment process by conducting due diligence, ordering critical inspections, acquiring home sites to build on, and securing permits, all before involving the investor. We maintain low building costs thanks to our partnership with some of the top subcontractors in the state, enabling us to build at the same or better cost as D.R. Horton and Lennar. On our next slide, we have an inspection report that provides insights into the initial process undertaken by Real Property Group to assess the investment. As you can see at the bottom right of this inspection report, it indicates the presence of a gopher tortoise on the home site, a protected species that requires relocation and adds additional costs to the project. In cases where we come across a protected species or any unfavorable aspects like busy roads, undesirable surroundings, etc., Real Property Group will not present the lot to any investor nor will attempt to acquire it. Now let's talk about the location. Why Northport, Florida? Real Property Group has done a substantial amount of upfront due diligence to ensure that we are investing in the right market at the right time. Initially, we started our operations in nearby Port Charlotte, where we acquired several home sites in the area. However, as we expanded our research to other nearby areas, we discovered a hidden gem in Northport, Florida. Our same production home in Northport versus Port Charlotte saw a major value increase as well as cheaper access to land. Other motivating factors included Northport's accelerated growth rate, its designation of being part of Sarasota County, its proximity to the ocean, and its top-rated schools. When viewing Northport, there are a couple of prevailing patterns. To start off, there is a large number of home sites versus homes, allowing the opportunity to be selective in our lot acquisitions. Second, The look and feel of Northport is that of a neighborhood, the vast majority of the streets have a desirable suburban neighborhood feel. And lastly, as one of the fastest growing cities in the country, we are seeing a large number of snowbirds moving down to Northport from areas like Chicago, New York, and New Jersey. We're also seeing a large number of people moving from more expensive areas such as Miami as people are taking advantage of their remote work status. Moving on to our next slide, current available home sites. Apart from our internal projects, we currently have 40 home sites available for our investor partners. As the investor, you have the liberty to choose any home site from our available inventory. This map provides an approximate location of each home site, which you will notice is spread out. We have adopted this approach to maximize the return on investment for our investors by utilizing a single production model that has been hand selected to ensure the money. In other words, we aim to provide the most house for your investment. Now that you have seen the available home sites, let's take a look at our next slide, which talks about the house we are building. We are pleased to present our three-car garage 1990 square foot model house. This slide will highlight some of the features of the house. This model house has proven to be successful in various markets across Florida. As a 4-3, the home will rank in the upper tier of desirable homes in Northport, Florida. Now let's cover the cost of the project versus the sales price of the home. As mentioned earlier in this video, we have several investment types available. So let's take a closer look at these options in this slide. With any real estate investment, an investor must choose if they will be funding the project with all cash or if they will have the project financed. The first investment option involves funding the project entirely with investor cash. The project would require an estimated $362,000 to cover construction expenses, home site acquisition, closing costs, and real property group fees. Upon completion of the project, the investor can anticipate an estimated sales price of approximately $475,000. After accounting for all expenses, the remaining proceeds from the sale will be directly credited to the investor. Opting for an all-cash investment strategy is expected to yield an estimated 23.25% ROI, which translates to a profit of around $84,000 for the investor. As an alternative, we propose a partnership model with Real Property Group, as demonstrated in the second option, leverage plus cash. In this arrangement, the investor would need to contribute approximately $117,000 of cash to the project, while the rest of the project cost would be financed through leverage. Real Property Group will be the party acquiring the leverage, while the investor will be the party contributing the equity or cash. This investment structure is comparable to the first option, with the investor retaining the profits from the sale. However, there may be an increase in project costs due to higher fees and debt obligations. In this circumstance, an estimated ROI of 36.6% is expected, with a profit of approximately $42,000 for the investor. Our third offering is a spin-off of Box One, which emphasizes cash investment. The primary distinction is that we offer significantly discounted fees per project. To benefit from these discounts, we require a minimum of 5 projects to be taken simultaneously. Naturally, we see a slightly higher profit and ROI in this scenario. On our next slide, let me briefly cover our second model, which is essentially a two-car version of the previous one. Although the construction cost and sales price are slightly lower, we continue to offer all three investment models for this type of house. In addition, these homes are the most advanced in terms of development and are ready for investors to take advantage of. Now let's take a look at the investment types for the two-car garage 1990. As you can see, this investment is still lucrative with an ROI ranging from 22% to 31.5%, depending on the type of investment. The fees associated with this investment align with a three-car garage model. As we conclude our presentation, we would like to highlight our commitment to transparency. We value our in-house and partner investor projects equally and strive to optimize our efficiency while maintaining transparency. To achieve this, we have developed a user portal that is not only user-friendly, but also showcases all available investments and investor-dedicated projects. Our portal offers the following features: detailed construction budget breakdowns, as well as progress pictures, construction related documents such as reports, permits, and specs. We also provide guest access to bank accounts and bank statements to give investors a comprehensive view of how their funds are being utilized. And if that's not enough, we remain available to our partners and are happy to discuss their projects at any time.